All right, so the first coat on the inside is on. Obviously there's going to be areas that it's light, areas that I missed because trying to get to it isn't the easiest thing. For example, right here on this lip in front of the tank is you can't get to it standing in a little compartment right here. It's hard to get to, so I'll get to it when I'm outside. I'll make sure I get that little area right in there. I'll get it real well on the second coat. 3 to 4 coats on the inside is what I'm going to do. Just so you know, just this little bit on the inside was two quarts. So it does take a lot of paint to coat. Now obviously second coat, third coat, fourth coat, you're not going to go nearly as heavy because it's going to cover easier. Really all I did was just this top side, the sides here, the console itself, right up here, all this. There are a couple runs I see where I got a little heavy, which again, told y'all before, that is not a big deal on this boat. I'll sand it out if I need to between coats and get that run. There's some right over on the one of those supports over there. But yeah, it's getting there. I think this is the biggest thing that I have to tackle is the paint. Wiring and all that, there's not much to wire up. There's not much to go back in it. It shouldn't take long. Some of the hydroturf is already cut, ready to be put in. I already have the templates cut or it's cut already. Obviously I see, again, there are spots that I'm gonna have to go back. Some were difficult to get to. But yeah, this is the first coat of the inside. On the outside, I think I'm gonna go with 2 more coats instead of 1, total of 4 coats. On the inside, probably 4 coats also. So I'm gonna need, let's see, this was 2. We need 1, 2, probably 4 more, probably a gallon inside. And again, on the outside, when I did the second coat, it didn't take as much. So maybe a gallon on the outside total. But it's looking good, it's shaping up. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and hopefully by the end of the week, which work has been busy, we've had some things happen at work that it's been taking me away from spraying this in the evening. I was hoping to have a coat sprayed yesterday evening, and we had an incident at work that we had to go take care of for a client, and I wasn't able to spray on that. So, ooh, the orange peel on that's horrible. But again, that's gonna get covered up, so I'm not worried about it. And I can also just wet sand that out. That didn't turn out bad. That's got an orange peel on it back here. Yep, it's getting there. Definitely getting there. We've discussed too, maybe next year, getting a 140 Suzuki to go on here instead of the 100 Yamaha. It's a 2001 4-stroke carbureted motor. Runs great. Turn the key, it starts up. I have rebuilt the carburetors when we first bought the boat. I've had to replace the voltage regulator and the seal in the lower unit. Obviously the top seal was leaking. We changed the water pump every year, changed the oil every year, no matter how much we use it. Changed fuel filters, water separator every year, and it runs really good. It's just, guys, you put five adults in this boat, 5 adults can fish out of it if you know how to fish. And it struggles. It's just, it doesn't have the torque to get this boat. This is actually a pretty heavy hull. I'd like to run it across a scale that we got in town and see how heavy the hull is, and then when I got the boat off, I can see how the trailer's not that heavy. So I'd like to see how heavy this hull is. It is a solid hull. 3/16 all the way up to 1/4 inch. So for example, the hull itself is 1/4 inch. I didn't realize it was that thick until I got into it. A lot of the supports are 3/16. It is a solid hull. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all maybe to add to this tomorrow, and maybe can get another coat on the inside tomorrow, and maybe even 2 coats. I don't know, we'll see. All right, here's the final coat. There's 4 coats on the hull, 3 coats inside. I thought it turned out pretty decent. Probably spent about 500 bucks on paint, maybe. That includes all the mineral spirits, acetone, and xylene, because you thin the paint with xylene, you thin the primer with mineral spirits. I got as far up under the hull as I could, but I think it came out pretty good. I think it's gonna look nice. Let this dry. Probably Saturday I'll get in here, start wiring. I don't know if I want to put my hydroturf in just yet while I'm trying to do all the wiring. Me getting in and out might tear it up, so maybe in a couple days I can have the hydroturf in too and put the live well in. The live well goes back in front of the console. I got to get my son the material and the measurement so he can CNC route all that dash for me. Other than that, that's it. Again, maybe $500 into it. I know, quoting my bigger boat over there and all that mess that I got to clean up that has all this boat's parts in it. The quote to do that one was about $5 grand to paint that one, and that was just 2 tones, 2 colors, a dark gray and a light gray. I basically want to do my big boat the color of my truck, and then I want to do a very, very light gray metallic on the inside. So very similar to the colors on this boat, but not quite. Like I said, I want the hull to match the color of my truck. And I'll put the color in the description of my truck because I don't remember it. It's a very odd color. I think they only had it one, maybe two years. And then they discontinued the color. But that's what color I want to do my other boat. So anyway, see you in a few days.